Hello, and welcome to Color Commentary. I'm TJ, your average fan, and I'll be talking to you today about Disney Marvel show Loki, episode 5, the penultimate episode. We're going to get right into it. Spoilers! Okay. Whoa! This got crazy real quick. This is also one of them episodes that you got to be really paying attention and listening so you understand what is happening and what's going to happen next. Because as of last episode, the loom blew up, and then we don't know what happened. It's just the screen went white and the episode went off. What happened? Well, it appears that Loki is still there at the TVA, seemingly at the moment right before it blew up, but everybody else is gone. And it took a minute for me to figure out what happened, like why he's still there, but everybody else gone. And then he started time slipping again. Oh my God. I'm like, oh man, not the time slipping, bro. We fixed that. Episode 1, come on. But no, he's time slipping. But this time, it's not just to different spots at the same moment. He's slipping at the same moment and time backwards. Like, it's all messed up. His time slipping is jacked. So he trying to figure out what to do. He is time slipping all over the place. So he ended up time slipping from the TVA to wherever Mobius was as Dan, his real life on the branched timeline, because all of the people at TVA came from a branched timeline. And then since their timelines were originally pruned, it didn't matter about them going back or remembering their old lives. But now, that's not the case. So we find out that Mobius he was a jet ski salesman. He had 2 of his own. He had a wife that passed away. He had 2 sons, and his name was Don. Loki time slips to B-15, who is a doctor and seeming like a pediatrician type doctor, but she's a doctor, and so he sees that. So then he time slips to Ouroboros, who his name is something else, and he wants to be a writer, but he's he's also an engineer and physics specialist, but he really wants to be a writer, which kind of explains why he was so about writing the books for the TVA and having them spread all over the place. Everybody got one. So there's that. He time slips again. This time it's to Casey, who it turns out in 1945 was a prisoner at Alcatraz breaking out. Like, he's a whole thief. Like, Casey had me cracking up this episode. I swear to God. It was so funny. But in running into Ouroboros, he finally gets some help with that situation of time slipping and an understanding of that. That's where the listening and understanding what was happening come into play. Because they had a real deep conversation about the situation and what was happening. And at the end of the day, it's basically up to Loki to control his time slipping in order to save them all. So at first they thought they just needed to get everybody back together, read their temporal auras, because from a certain moment, and then they could all go back to that moment where the TVA was still in existence to stop the thing from blowing up in the first place. That was the plan. So he went around rounding up everybody, including Sylvie, but she was like, I ain't going, good, TVA gone, screw them guys, peace out, have a great day. So her branch completely got destroyed, and then she came, oh yeah, everything's in trouble, we need to do something. Can we do anything? Yeah, now you want to save something because the place you wanted to live is gone, but everybody else you couldn't give a crap. So I'm kind of sick of selfish Sylvie, and they brought that up because both of them are typically selfish, but that's Loki's, but I guess that's how you got to take it. They're Loki's. What else do you expect? But anyway, she's there now. Everything's unraveling, like literally stringing apart, like in Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness, like literally coming apart at the seams. Whole entire branch timelines, universes are disappearing. This is how Loki figured out how to control it, because he had lost everybody again, and he freaked out and realized how to do it. So he went back to that moment before they was all gone again, told them what they needed to do. We got this. I can control it. I can fix it. I can get us back there. So he was like, okay. I'm thinking he gonna take them all with him, but no. He ended up going himself back to the TVA, empty room. What are you gonna do? I don't know. But I guess we're gonna have to figure it out in the season finale. How are we gonna save any of these timelines from completely being destroyed? Are they gonna be able to fix the loom? What's going to happen? What is going to happen? I don't know. This is such a crazy episode. Timey-wimey, flip-floppy, all over the place. different eras, different times, different places. It was awesome. It was awesome. You can see the budget on this bad boy. I love it. I love this show. So that was the penultimate episode of Loki. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, I can't wait to find out, though. Is Loki going to be able to save everything and everybody, or is he only going to be able to save a piece of something and get it all back? You know, but it was fun to learn about the people at the TVA and what they really life was really like on the timeline, you know what I'm saying? Even if it was a branch one. So I will see you guys next week for the finale episode of Loki. Until then, have a great day.